Hello guys, and welcome to the Blazing Duck for You news number 2. That's right, number 2. I'm back with news. I got my notes right here. Let's get started. Watchdogs. One of the most what I've been hearing from people that went to E3, from people online, from just news channels, everything like that. That this is what game they're most excited for is Watchdogs. When I watched the trailer, when I watched the demo of what they played at E3 and stuff like that, it looks a little bit like Grand Theft Auto, and now a lot of people like Grand Theft Auto, and that's great. But it wasn't totally Grand Theft Auto, so don't go into it expecting that's all it is. It looked like Grand Theft Auto, the city a little bit, how you could walk around in it. That looked like Grand Theft Auto to me. It also looked like The Sims, where basically in Watch Dogs, he hacked into the whole city. He's hacked into the whole city. He knows all your information. So if he walks up to you, I don't know if he has a device or something, but he can automatically see your name. He can see your secrets, stuff like that. And so you kind of know each person. So it's kind of like The Sims in that way, where you create this person, you know him, and stuff like that. It also looks like Sim City in kind of the destruction mode, not in the building the city or anything, but the destruction mode. When you get bored with your city, Sim City, you blow it up. Natural disasters, tornadoes, aliens, riots, everything. So in this one, since he was hacked into the whole city, he could mess with anything. And his target was driving a car. He was at an intersection. His target was driving a car towards him. What he did is, his car came through the light. He had the other light go green, so the other car came into him, smashed right into his target. I thought that was brilliant. That's a brilliant game. So that it kind of reminded me of SimCity as well in there. So it sounds like a really good game. It's the talk of the town a little bit from everybody that's been to E3. So it seems like a really good game. Next, I want to talk about the Avengers. It's going to come out for the Kinect, it looks like. It's called Avengers Battle for Earth. Just a fighting game with the Avengers characters on the Kinect. So if you're a Kinect fan, you like fighting games, this might be right up your alley. A little bit about the Wii U, for the Nintendo Wii U. It's coming out this holiday season in 2012, so we're just assuming around Christmas time, around Black Friday time, so that's when they get the sales. Right now, the Xbox or the Wii is more of a party system, and they're kind of adding to the Wii with this controller. For one thing, I thought the Wii had a great concept, but when the Kinect came out and the PlayStation Move came out, it kind of got overshadowed a little bit and was kind of like, this is the less of the console, because these ones can do it now too, So I felt like Wii came out with something great, and then the Xbox and the PlayStation kind of swooped in on it. So what can you do? But the controller, the Wii U controller, looks pretty cool. There's a pitching or baseball one where you hold the thing up and kind of line it up with the pitch, and you can pitch it. That was pretty cool. There's this game where you had the controller on the screen, and your character was on the TV, and you could actually turn around, and on the tablet, you could see, behind you. You could see behind you. You could be right here, you could be behind you, and you can see on the tablet behind you, but on the TV, it's different. So it was kind of neat to see. It's kind of cool concept. I really don't know much about it. I heard from people from E3 and people that are saying that they didn't really show it off as well with the games and stuff like that, so we're going to kind of have to wait and see when games come out and see how it really is. So yeah. Alright. This is a game that any of you played the Lego games. For one thing, I thought they were for kids. I thought these games were kid games, and I heard a couple of people mention, the new Legos is coming out, and it's going to have talking in it. The Legos are going to talk, because I guess one of the features in the Lego games are, they just go, they never really talk, but they still kind of connected with you a little bit, even without talking. It was a good story, I heard. I thought it was just for kids. I heard a couple of my friends, a couple people online were like, "Oh, the new Legos is coming out. This is gonna be a good game." I was like, really? It's a kid game. I heard a couple more people talk about it. I was like, whoa, this game might be a little bit popular, you know? It might be something popular that everybody likes. Then I heard more people even talking about it. I'm like, man, this might be a great game. Maybe I should check it out. Maybe it's not just for kids. Maybe it's for adults too. That's what I'm hearing. So it's called Legos DC Superheroes. So that's going to be cool. It's coming out 2012. 2012. That one's done, I think. Skyrim. A lot of you love Skyrim. Skyrim came out. It was a big game. The new DLC is coming out June 26th. So real soon. So if you love Skyrim, new DLC is coming out. Right up your alley. Counter-Strike fans. If you're a Counter-Strike fan, I've never played the game personally, but if you're a Counter-Strike fan, they are making a update for the game. It's going to be a full-price update, but it's coming out I mean, this game was a 13-year-old game, and they're making an update for it still. I mean, that shows some pretty big loyalty, and it shows how big of a game it is. People are still playing it, then they know people are still wanting to buy it and stuff like that. So that seems like a great for their community and great for their gamers that they're actually coming out with an update on a 13-year-old game, not releasing a new game, coming up with an update on the original game. That's fine. That's just fine. Halo fans. There's a lot of Halo fans out there. A lot of Halo fans. I heard that was one of the most talked about events the first day of E3. It's coming out November 6th. The new guns that I watched during the trailer and during some of the gameplay at E3, it looked really amazing. Some really cool games. So go and check that out if you haven't checked it out. There's supposed to be a Spartan mode. I believe that's where you play from the Spartan's point of view, kind of a different co-op. It's going to be a different multiplayer, and it's going to be co-op, so you can play with other friends and whatever. And I hear that the Spartan mode is going to come out with weekly downloadable content. I'm assuming after the game comes out and it's kind of steady, they're going to come out with weekly content. And they say, that's right, they say we'll have to make sure they keep this promise. They say that they're going to come out with this weekly this weekly content, not just for weeks, but for months and months on end. So I don't know how long they're planning on doing it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, guys. Alright. I'm going to get a little personal here. On my PS2, one of my favorite games of all time was Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts was an amazing game. I loved that game. I don't know how many times I played that game, played it over and over again. I did every mission. When number 2 came out, I did the same exact thing. And then I saw once you beat 2 on like the hardest difficulty, you did all this stuff. Then that's when they showed you the kind of the trailer kind of for the next one. I was like, alright, this is awesome. I think that was about 5 years ago. And I think that the franchise is mostly worried about their Final Fantasy and kind of getting that out, but they are making new games, new Kingdom Hearts games, but they're kind of for like, it's not Kingdom Hearts 3, it's either a back one before, it's a prequel, or they're remaking it for like the DS or the PSP, or they're just coming out with like side stories and stuff like that. They're not continuing the story. Like, why not? I would literally, right now, if you told me that there was the Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out, I would go out, buy the PlayStation 3 right now, no hesitation. I'd put down that money. I would need the PS3, please, just for that game. Just for that game. Ugh, they're breaking my heart. They're breaking my heart. The last two news I wanted to talk about, 2 games that I'm really excited for is, any of you play Super Smash Brothers? Either for the Wii or for even going back even farther, the Nintendo 64. I did. I really loved the Nintendo 64 when I really didn't get into the Wii one as much. It was a really competitive game, though. I remember back in the dorms in college well, we would just stay up, dude, just yelling like at 2 o'clock in the morning, just smashing each other. I mean, great game, great game. Well, there's this new game coming out called PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale, I believe, and it's kind of supposed to be it's kind of supposed to be real similar. And if you watch the trailer for it and some gameplay of it, it really looks like it kind of looks like the exact same thing with different characters and stuff like that. So if you really love the Super Smash Brothers feel, the Super Smash Brothers game, stuff like that, that's the game for you. It gets really competitive, I'll tell you that much. So yeah. Going into some Call of Duty. Close your ears. Close your ears. If you don't like Call of Duty, close your ears, because we're going to get into some Call of Duty stuff now. First of all, if you're a Call of Duty Elite member, this month, June, we're supposed to get 3 downloadable contents if you're Call of Duty Elite for the Xbox 360. I don't know when the PS3 is going to get it. I don't know when the computer is going to get it, you know. They really don't release that stuff, you know, so it just comes out, I would say, a month later for the PS3, and I don't know how long for the computer guys, but we're supposed to get 3 downloadable contents. We're supposed to get 1 map, 1 mission, which I'm assuming is going to be another survival thing, or another classified thing, or another survival or special ops, spec ops. You're supposed to get 1 classified, so I'm thinking that's a face-off map. That's just my opinion. And the last bit of news is for the Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is coming out DLC exclusively for the Xbox first, and then it will come out later, just like Modern Warfare 3. I know a lot of people are angry about this, and I was like, I had the Xbox, so I didn't really care, but I was like, it should come out on all 3 platforms at the same time. But then when you think about it, it's like, Xbox players have to pay to play online, and we have to pay a little bit more money, and for that, I think Xbox goes out there, spends a little bit of money, so that the major titles come out DLC first for their console. And I mean, if you're a PS3 fan, I apologize, but maybe your console people. Ooh, if you heard that the timer went off, it's time to get off. Maybe your console people should spend a little bit more money. Maybe you should go complain to them, because they need to. For a while there, I thought that, but I mean, the Xbox, they spend some money. We spend some money on them. They spend some money on us. So, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I love doing news. One of my favorite videos. I think I'll keep them going. So if you liked it, put a like down there. If you liked the video, maybe subscribe. Put some comments down on what games you want to see. So, I'm Frogger from the Blazing Duck for you. Signing off.